A New Beginning is the good story. Aneesh and Aadhya were two engineering students studying in different departments. Aneesh was in mechanical engineering, and Aadhya was in computer science. Their first meeting happened in the college cafeteria. One evening, Aneesh was sitting with his friends, enjoying his time. Though it seemed like an ordinary moment, it marked the start of a wonderful friendship. Over the next few months, they met often, whether it was in class, in the library, or around campus. Their conversations shifted. Over the next few months, they met often, whether it was in class, in the library, or around campus. Their conversations shifted from study-related topics to personal stories and random thoughts. They laughed, shared advice, and helped each other navigate the ups and downs of college life. As college came to an end, both of them took different paths. Aneesh, with his incredible skills, was placed in a renowned software company. He quickly made a name for himself, moving up in the ranks and becoming a successful professional. Meanwhile, Aadhya made a bold decision to continue her studies. She pursued her master's degree at a prestigious university, with the dream of making a mark in her field. Even though they were in different cities, their friendship didn't fade. They kept in touch daily, sharing details of their new lives, discussing personal goals, and supporting each other through tough times. Every time they met, whether it was for a quick coffee or a long conversation, it felt as if no time had passed. 1 year later, Aadhya decided to visit Aneesh in the city. By this time, Aneesh had bought his first bike and his first iPhone, milestones he was eager to share with his friend. They spent the day together, revisiting old memories and making new ones. Aneesh even took Aadhya for a ride on his new bike, showing her the city from a different perspective. During her visit, Aadhya, feeling proud of how far both of them had come, couldn't help but wonder if she could ever have a life as fulfilling as the one she had dreamed of. Aneesh, noticing the change in her, asked, "What's on your mind?" Fulfilling as the one she had dreamed of. Aneesh, noticing the change in her, asked, "What's on your mind?" Aadhya smiled softly. "I just never thought life would turn out this way. So many dreams, and yet so much to achieve." Aneesh placed a reassuring hand on her shoulder. "You're doing great, Aadhya. I have no doubt you'll make a difference in the world." Their conversations continued deep into the night. By the end of the trip, Aadhya was even more determined to follow her dreams, knowing she had a friend who truly supported her. As time passed, Aadhya graduated with flying colors, and Aneesh continued to excel in his career. But despite the distance and their busy lives, their bond grew even stronger. They would often take time out to meet, whether it was for short vacations or simple get-togethers, but they always stayed in touch. Was for short vacations or simple get-togethers, but they always stayed in touch. Years went by, and one day, Aneesh called Aadhya. "Hey, how about we meet? I've been thinking about something important." "Curious," Aadhya agreed, and they met at a cafe. After the usual greetings and catch-up, Aneesh looked at her seriously and said, "Aadhya, I've been wanting to say this for a long time. I want you to be a part of my life, not just as a friend, but as something more." Aadhya looked at him, her heart racing. She had known deep down that their friendship was something special, but this confession still caught her off guard. She smiled softly and replied, "I've always known we were meant to be something more." Aadhya, with a look of relief and happiness, asked, "Will you marry me, Aneesh?" From that moment on, their friendship blossomed into something even more beautiful. After months of planning and preparations, Aneesh and Aadhya tied the knot in a simple yet beautiful ceremony. Their families and close friends gathered to celebrate their love. a love that had been nurtured through years of understanding, support, and respect. Years later, as they looked back on their journey, from the accidental meeting in the cafeteria to the wedding day, Aneesh and Aadhya realized that sometimes the best relationships start as friendships. They had not only built careers and achieved their personal goals, but they had also created a life together that was even more fulfilling than either of them could have imagined. And so, their love story continued, not just as a tale of two people who married, but as a story of two souls who grew together, supporting each other through the highs, and story of two souls who grew together, supporting each other through the highs and lows of life, forever united in both heart and ambition. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to new update.